Some breaking news yesterday, so it's not breaking anymore, but it was breaking yesterday. Surprising, sad news for Illinois. Andrej Stojakovic is currently sidelined with a knee sprain of unknown severity. There's no timeline yet for his return. This was broken, the news was, by Scott Ritchie over at the News Gazette. So shout out to Scott for the reporting on this. Aggregated quickly by a lot of big Illinois accounts, can confirm that this is true. There was a big event recently. I think this is sort of where everyone discovered something was up with Andre. I think it was like a charity event with an auction component tied into it, and a couple former Illini legends were back. Terrence Shannon, Coleman Hawkins, all the current players were sort of on display with the coaching staff, and you could get donors and fans involved, things of that nature. And I think there was kind of an introduction to a lot of the new players. Like, this is what we got. Brad's going to speak on the team. And along the way, it was like, yo, what's going on with Andre? Like, where is he? What's up with him? And it just came out like, yeah, Andre's working through something right now. He's got a knee injury, and we don't know when he's going to be back. So, anyway, shout out to Scott for the reporting on this. Big news if this is going to linger. We don't know if it is or is not, but what I would say, just from a general standpoint, unknown severity is a phrase that scares me. Like, there are ways to sort of break, hey, this isn't a big deal. You could just report if you knew for sure there was nothing serious going on. I think you report it's a minor knee sprain, day to day. He'll be back next week, whatever. Instead, like, yeah, he's got an undisclosed knee sprain, unknown severity, no timeline for return. That feels a little bit different in the way it's being framed to me than this is minor, he'll be back soon. So, what are your thoughts? What's your reaction? Obviously, get well, Andrej Stojakovic as well.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, first thing, get well, Andre, but I think knee injuries are never something you want to play with, and the less knowledge that we have of the knee injury, obviously is extremely concerning. It could be absolutely nothing. Maybe they just don't want us to know anything about it, right? Like teams do have the ability just to have some privacy when it comes to injury stuff. But until we have some clarity on it, I think knee injuries are nothing to play with. I mean, as someone that's bone on bone in his left knee, like I can tell you about knee pain. It's no fun. And I think, maybe it's just minor swelling and they need the swelling to go down to understand the severity of the injury. And hopefully that's just the case. But, I mean, it doesn't sound like there's any reported MRIs like on this table for him, right?
No, I will say this from doing as much asking around as I can. I say this all the time whenever there's like news on the Illinois side, but of all the programs we talk about daily, the one that I feel I have the best sort of pulse on from being able to talk to people who know things is Illinois. And nobody was able to confirm like a timeline very similar to this report, right? We don't really know. No timeline return, working through it. What I was able to get from behind the scenes was it's not a big deal. It's minor. It's everything's going to be fine. So that's been said to me privately. Again, it's trusted sources that I talk to on that. I don't know if that's real or not. I trust it because I've very rarely been fed something that's incorrect from those types of people that I talk to. So it sounds like behind closed doors, there's not a lot of panic about this. But what I would say, look, get well, Andre. I've said it quickly, but I just want to make that clear. Everybody wants to see this kid play. There's nothing fun about like a big time piece of a team struggling with injury issues. The injury bug's been biting Illinois lately. I mean, Ty Rodgers might have a career ending injury right now. And now you've got Andre gonna, I assume, miss at least a little bit of time through summer stuff here. So I don't know. It doesn't feel like there's been great vibes in general. It feels like there's been sort of a string of unexpected developments for Illinois this offseason. And I think even Isaac Trotter was on the Werner pod earlier this week, and he was like, "Hey, they can downplay it if they want. I'm telling you, behind the scenes, there were concerned that Petrovic and Merkovich didn't get here when they wanted them here. So." You add kind of the late arrivals into losing Ty Rodgers into like now Andre's got something he's dealing with. I would just say this, and Illinois fans may fight me on it. I think this has been an awful offseason for Illinois. One thing by another, they've essentially not had their guys at the times they've wanted their guys available repeatedly. Um, Now, do I think it's going to matter? Maybe not. Like Petrovic and Merck are probably going to be fine. If Andre's healthy by game one, which I think that's the expectation, we don't even remember this. But it just, I don't know, just kind of doing a pulse check on like how could the offseason have gone. I think it's been a pretty shitty one for Illinois. And this is not what I would want to hear as football season gets here. Like, I'd want to hear some ramping up that Andre's, you know, starting to do more stuff offensively, honestly, because the last update we got was he's way ahead on the defensive side than where he is offensively, and now he's hurt. I don't love it, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I also think, I mean, Petrovic got there, what, 2 weeks ago?
Recently, yeah, this month.
Yeah, so I mean, Petrovic hasn't been there for long. Like you said, there was concern that him and Mirkovic getting over here. Um, Andre is finally getting to practice with a point guard, right? That's only supposed to like, I would say like bump his game up, right? Like now he has somebody that can create the looks for him. And the moment they get to start practicing, they get to start building that chemistry that we've been waiting, since April or May for them to begin building. He gets hurt. Like I think you hit the nail on the head. Like maybe this is a really talented roster. This has been a rough offseason for a talented roster to have still. And that's got to be a little bit concerning if you're an Illinois fan of just like you can have names on paper. I say it all the time. You can have names on paper. That doesn't matter if they don't play well together. That doesn't matter if they don't fit the roles that are necessary for them, if they don't gel as an offense. And this is a team that defensively, I think is going to struggle. Um, like straight up, like we did a video on Purdue where we talked about who's Purdue going to stop. I don't know. But I know they're going to score a lot of points. Who's Illinois going to stop? I'm not totally sure. And if you don't have that time to gel as an offense and you don't have that defensive backbone that you can just rely on, that's a really like tough beginning of the year aspect. Illinois will probably figure it out by conference play, but I think November is going to look a lot rockier than it really should.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm gonna tell a personal story real quick. My wife broke her ankle 2 weeks before our wedding. That's a real thing that happened years ago. And that was not fun. Had to take her to the ER and she was in big time pain. Had to have a boot for the wedding, all this stuff. Yeah, anyways, don't make jokes when your wife breaks your ankle before your wedding. I learned that lesson. So like I kind of know when I'm allowed to and not allowed to make jokes. Like if my wife stubs her toe and it's a little like inflamed, I can come out the next day and be like, look at that shit. But when she breaks her ankle, we don't joke about that. Like, honey, I'm sorry. What do you need? So, in that sense, I say all this to say, since I've been told this is a very minor injury and that everything's going to be fine, I now feel comfortable making a little bit light of the situation. Just let's lighten the mood a little bit in the room here. That boy Andre built like a handsome number two pencil. Okay, that's what's going on here. He's incredibly handsome, but durability concerns question for me with Andrej Stojakovic right now.
I'm so sorry. I can't get over 14 days out from the wedding and you're making ankle jokes.
No, I learned my lesson, Dion. We don't
Oh,
we
you did.
don't joke about broken ankles 2 weeks before the big day. Like that's if Andre was seriously hurt a month before the season, we're not making number two pencil jokes. But my man's gonna be fine. He's gonna be back with Fletch next week. Everything's cool. Fletch is gonna have his hands full though. Like this is there's Illinois players. He was tweeting with a big Z on the treadmill this week and said, "Best shape of your life, Svanamir." Fletch can like really get some guys stronger. He can really do a lot of things in different ways, different plans for different folks. Uh, we got to make Andre durable. That's my number one goal for this very skinny, handsome Californian man.
Yeah, I mean, Peja, I don't remember. Was Peja durable? Did Peja have injury
I
issues?
feel like durability was a big part of Peja, I think.
That makes sense. Maybe what Andre, like, honestly, like, this is gonna sound like bad. Maybe what Andre needs to do is take more jumpers. Like,
Mm,
some dudes aren't built to get to the basket, even if they can. Like, we know Andre can get to the rack at ease. We know he can get to his middies. We know he can do post up stuff, but maybe he just can't take those hits. You know
yeah.
what I mean? And some guys are like that. You know what I mean? Where you just have to like, okay, let me just spread the floor. I can also shoot the 3-pointer. So like, why take the extra hit? Maybe
Yeah.
that's what Andre needs to do.
For sure. Also, gonna be real tough for however if he's out for 1 day, 2 hours, 2 weeks, I don't know, whatever he's out for. It's gonna be hard for Illinois to be playing without their defensive stopper. Don't you think?
If they were smart, and this is a test to the social media team, we get a picture of him in front of those windows with the extra like suntan lotion on,
Yeah,
standing next to Fletch like in 30 minutes.
that'd be good. That'd be really good. One other thing from me. Can I spin zone this in a like there actually is a silver lining for Illinois way?
Okay, what's the silver lining?
Keaton Wagler, you're up. What you got? Now, I don't even think Illinois is doing like 5-on-5 stuff right now. But if I'm Keaton Wagler, the supposed breakout star of the summer, a guy who has gotten more praise from people behind the scenes than Andrej Stojakovic has, similar position, I'm looking around like, hey, my knee's fine. Let's go. What do you need from me, Brad? Like, maybe this gets him on the fast track to a big role.
Brandon Lee, looking at him too.
It's also an opportunity for all the young guys, all the backup guards and wings on this team.